The only big issue I'm dealing with right now is that recently I've had to doubt whether I can move forward in Dr. Now's program. I was really excited to get approved, and I'm still just as dedicated to losing weight and getting healthy. The only problem is his requirement is to move to Houston, because I was ready to do that. But then I was informed that if I moved to Houston, that I'll be forfeiting any and all custody rights with my kids.
Hey, what's up, guys? Sean back, and we've got Mike's story today. He's checking in all the way from Ohio, which just makes me think of that like old punk pop rockish song that's like Ohio is for lovers. I don't know why that pops in my head every time I see Ohio, or I think of a bunch of people strung out in like Marysville or whatever it's called. But 37 years old, 700 plus pounds. He's definitely getting up there, and he's racking in with the infinity fats. He's up there with Sean hanging out in the infinity fat realm. So let's see what Mike's got going on today. Looks like my great grandma's house. I've got a buddy who breathes like that that's in the mid 400s, and he went into a damn coma. So that is not good.
Because of how much I struggle now at my size, I've had to move into my parents' basement. I've lost my place and I don't have a job right now, so I had to move in with them. 6 feet underground. It's cold down there.
I mean, that's kind of 6 feet underground where we're going to end up if we don't change. Also, this is one of the few times I've seen them not tape over the Apple symbol on the laptop. Kind of funny.
I don't have any windows or anything to see outside into the world, so I lose track of the day easily. All the days just seem to blend together. I just want to hide in the basement and not move and forget what my life is like for a little bit. So lots of mornings when everyone else is getting ready to start their day.
Is it funny that he has a Candyland game sitting on top of the pile of games or not? Because that's what I was giggling at. That, he's ass crack out, his shirt's turned into a tank top. Like, the producers had to put him in that position, right?
I am still up playing games or watching TV. Stuff like that helps me with my depression. Not as much as eating does, but it helps me shut my brain off.
He's kind of like, he doesn't have the rolls like most of us. He's just barrel shaped.
But when I eventually do go to sleep, I can sleep 2 hours or I can sleep 13 hours. It all depends on my body. But every time I go to bed, I wonder if this is the time I don't wake up, because my body finally gave out.
It's a possibility, but also I couldn't wear that mask. I couldn't do the one that went over my nose and mouth. Mine went under the nose, and I wore it like 5 times. That sucker's just chilling, collecting dust. I can't make it on my own, 'cause my heart is in Ohio.
When I open my eyes, some days I feel like I'm living in a nightmare. And because with how big I am now, it's a daily struggle just to get out of bed.
Welcome to Nightmare on Krispy Kreme. We're all living it, buddy, but just don't keep rubbing the glaze in weird places. That's a big boy chair.
Because I'm probably in the 700s now. So just getting that amount of weight up and moving takes a lot.
We're big momentum people. Once we get going, hard to stop us, but once we get a moving, get the hell out of the way.
And even when I'm up moving around, I can't go far before I have to stop and rest. There's just a lot of stuff that I used to be able to do that I'm unable to do now because of my weight. Coming out of the basement is probably the hardest thing I do all day. So I usually
This is pathetic, but if I went up and down the steps like 2 or 3 times in a day, I was like, man, I was so active today. I really got after it,
They
buddy.
only go up once. And then when I go back down, that's it for the day.
Sounds right.
But once I make it up to the house, I'm always starving and anxious to eat.
And we keep a jar of peanut butter on tap just in case we get hungry while we're sitting here ordering other stuff.
What can I do for you?
I got a pretty big order, so
Okay, not a problem.
the first one, I'm gonna get the lumberjack slam pack. One of those ultimate omelets. And
Okay.
can I get cheese in my hash browns with that one?
No.
Cheese on the hash brown sounds good.
Order the cinnamon roll pancakes.
Will there be anything else?
The double moons over my hammy sandwich, and then to drink, I want 2 chocolate milks.
2 chocolate milks. All right.
Good God, you Cinnabon sinner. How much shit are you going to order? This guy's going to be eating this for the next couple of days. No possible shot he can eat this in one sitting. I was mega fat, and I don't think I could have polished off 1 or 2 of those.
Thank you very much. My routine is to order breakfast, then get cleaned up while I wait for it to be delivered. Getting in the shower is probably the second hardest thing I put myself through in the day because I'm too big for the bathroom.
The water, it burns our skin. We're too fat. No, I don't know. Like, people say that. Like, you obviously feel better after you get out of the shower, right? It's just the standing there part that's kind of hard. This guy's calves are crazy, too.
And then we have a tiny corner shower I have to try to squeeze myself into.
Oh, shit.
And then it's hard to get water over most of my body. I have to move around to get it all over me. And it takes a lot of energy out of me and I start to struggle. And that's before I've even tried to wash the areas I need, like under my folds and stuff where I have the biggest problem staying clean.
Yeah, we're going to have to do Mission Impossible to scrub our wiener, dude. How are we going to pull that off? Are we just going to let the water drip off our nipples and hope it catches on some schmegma or something? This is crazy. He's going to get wedged in this sucker. They're going to need the jaws of life.
So it's just a discouraging process. I hate it. If I didn't need to do it, I'd skip it. But by the time I'm done, I'm extremely exhausted. My body's in so much pain, but all I think about is eating. And I can't wait for that. Food
Poop,
helps
baby.
me to escape the depression that I've had for a long time.
Time for pancakes.
I get so anxious and excited when it's finally here.
Oh, that's how we clean it. Okay. We order the pancakes, we get ourselves going, then we step in the shower when it's a little bigger and easier to scrub. Gotcha.
Here you go, sir.
Thank you.
All right, have a good day, man.
You too.
And gorged for the Eggos.
Even before I eat, just the smell lets me know that things are about to get better. There's almost nothing in this world that can compare to the feeling of taking that first bite when I haven't eaten in a while.
Think of a few things that are a little bit better than huffing hashies, but if that's you, my man, that's you.
Because I get that first flood of happiness that comes with it. And it feels incredible. Eating just makes everything better. And it's the only thing that's sort of given me an escape in my life when I've needed it. And there's been a lot of times in my life where I've needed it.
I don't like syrup.
My size has always been an issue. I am second of 5 kids. I have 2 younger brothers, older sister, younger sister. I am and always have been the big guy in the family.
Hey, me too, but the rest of my brothers, still pretty big guys. But definitely the biggest, and I was the middle child, so I kind of get that. He's kind of in the middle.
It started young when I would eat a meal and still be hungry afterwards. I was always hungry. I remember in elementary school, my mom started packing me 2 sandwiches.
You're not supposed to get 2 sandwiches? I always got 2 sandwiches. Dunkaroos, a fruit by the foot or fruit roll up, maybe some goldfish or something. Yeah, my lunch was pretty damn packed.
I never thought that any of our boys really ate an overly large amount, including Michael, but just didn't think about it until it's like, uh-oh.
And so, even from when I was really young, from how much I ate, I was already putting on lots of weight, and I got up to 102 pounds when I turned 6.
Damn, he's even blowing me out of the water. That's a bunch of fluffernutters, isn't it? Fluffernutters are good, but if you're going to get up to 102, you got to be a little more careful, my guy. At 6?
But I didn't worry about my weight overall at that time because I was very active playing sports, football, basketball, baseball, soccer, tennis.
He was always bigger than everyone else. I'd say stronger too. He excelled at every sport he tried and tried just about all of them.
That's kind of cool. Like, there's people that are big that are just like athletically gifted. I remember when I quit baseball, the coach called and begged my mom for me to come back for like a month because nobody else could hit the damn ball.
And once we started playing sports, I think starting at like age 7, it was constantly busy with sports and my weight didn't matter. It wasn't holding me back. My body was healthy. I felt healthy. There's no reason to worry about it.
There's no way that was a teammate next to him, right? That had to be like the bat boy. Those two kids could not have been the same age.
So being bigger and overweight, there were some good things and bad things about it. On the football field, it was fun being able to be dominant. But all through school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, I was always made fun of for my size. And I was always embarrassed about how I looked. During that time, my overeating just got worse. I was eating 4 to 5 meals a day. So I kept gaining a lot. By the time I was 11, I got over the 200-pound mark. I was gaining weight constantly. And
I was 220 at 12, so we're about the same. So he slowed down. I caught up. That's for damn sure. But middle school, hell on earth. You can't tell me anything else. You did not have fun in middle school. Do not lie to me.
the bigger I got, the worse the bullying got until I started high school.
He was one of the better athletes in any sport, but when he got into football in high school, that's when he started to excel.
And that's when I picked football as my only sport. My coach signed me up for weightlifting, and I focused all on football. All of a sudden, my size was a good thing. By the time I was 16, I was 275 pounds. I got pretty strong, squatting close to 800 pounds, deadlifted a little over 1,000, and leg pressed about 1,500.
Damn. This guy's a machine at this point. So I wonder where this all just went totally left, because his weight slowed down. He's still a big guy for sure, but he's in a lot better place.
By the time I was 18, I was 315 pounds. Being 6'5", 315 on the football field, I was one of the bigger kids in the state.
We're 2 blocks from the practice field. I was at every practice just to watch him play. I was one of the few parents that was there all the time because I was proud of him.
Okay, dad's proud of you. His identity probably became that he was this big football star or something like that. This is like so easy to see from a mile away. He gets validation for his size for being big, playing football, so he just loves football.
Finished that year, my senior year, 4th in the state.
We were both talking to the head coach daily of what coaches were interested in. I would take him around to different colleges and meet different coaches, and they all loved him.
I remember my dad told me, you want to go to college, you got to get a scholarship. So I knew I had to work hard, and I did.
This guy definitely has an eating problem, though. Every time they show him, it seems like he's got a piece of food in his hand or plates or something. Those were paper plates, I think.
I had letters from hundreds of colleges across the country wanting me to play football for them. I was just waiting on that one offer to come in, and when the offer came in, I was ecstatic. Going to college at St. Francis University of Pennsylvania, being able to show up knowing that you were the top football recruit, being able to play football, I just loved every moment of it. And then it all just came crashing down.
Football was fun. I enjoyed it, but I enjoyed smoking a lot more. So I decided I was just going to lean full on into the full degenerate thing when I was in school. But this guy went ahead with the sports thing. I went ahead with the smoking behind the school thing.
I started as a freshman playing football, and it was just fun. I loved college, enjoyed every second of it. But after 5 games, I got a concussion and I sprained my neck. 2 weeks after that, my first practice back, I got another concussion, and the doctor told me I'm not allowed to play football anymore. It's like,
So what do you do when the thing you love and the thing that has defined you for so long becomes something you can't do? You spiral, you go into a worse and worse state of depression, and it just gets worse and worse. At least that's what I think would happen. If I identified with being this football star and then I don't have that, who am I?
ever again.
When he got his second concussion, I think his spirit was broken right then. According to the NCAA rules, he's done. Knowing that he wouldn't be able to play anymore, that was tough. I know he was depressed.
I felt like a failure. I lost my football scholarship. I couldn't afford the tuition. So I moved from there back in with my parents. That's when my depression started.
Why was it so tough on you, Dad? Were you living out all your like childhood fantasies through him? Were you living vicariously through him? Because it should have been tough on him. You should have been his support system.
And to deal with that depression, that's when the binge eating happens. That first year being told I can't play football anymore, I probably gained 150 pounds.
Michael was devastated when he couldn't play football anymore because that was how he had always identified. And I pray for him to realize that he's more than that. He's a wonderful, caring, beautiful person, and he loves life. And
I like his mom. She seems really sweet. The dad doesn't seem bad. It just seems that he doesn't understand that by him putting so much pride in his son playing football, every boy wants to make their dad proud of them. Once he thought he couldn't do that anymore, that it's just going to spiral more and
I
more.
want Michael to realize that he doesn't need to be playing football to be the best that he can be.
Chinese
We just did breakfast.
Oh, good. Here, take these.
When I came back home after my injuries, I had no direction. When life is nothing but football and you're not allowed to play football anymore, your self-identity just disappears. That lasted until I was about 20, but then my cousin set me up on a date. This was the first girl I ever dated. It was October we met, and I proposed in April. Then I got married.
Damn, we're rolling quick, huh? Somebody fumbled the ball. Somebody picked them up pretty quick, too.
After getting married and sitting down with my then wife, she told me, when you don't have a degree, you really can't get a good paying job. At that point, I started going to Marion Tech, got my degree in computer networking, and then I got my first full-time job. Everything started turning around. I started feeling just excited to where my life was going. But I've still had that issue of the depression and the binge eating in the background. And I was still...
Can't believe how much he just ate, and he's already eating all this Chinese again. This is absolutely nuts. Also, congratulations on going back to school even after thinking it was like totally done for you.
gaining weight. And that just continued on for years. Got a huge pay raise. Now we had 4 kids. I'm able to provide for all 4 kids, provide for the wife. We're living in a 4,500 square foot home out in the country on 4 acres with a barn. At that point, I'm 530 pounds. And my wife actually told me if I do not go get help with my eating, then she was going to leave me.
Okay, I understand, but when she picked you up, you were already a barrel full at that point. You were already 500. So now he's over 700. I don't know the time in between, but it's not like you were like walking the runway or anything when she met you. Like she knew what it was, right?
So I went to Chicago to a inpatient eating recovery center for 2 months of inpatient therapy. That is the first time in my life that I was diagnosed with depression. That's
Wow.
when I also was diagnosed with binge eating disorder. And that
I can't believe he actually did something about it. So many of us just do nothing. He's actually seems like he's trying already, so hats off to you.
was my coping for the depression. When I left rehab, I had lost 85 pounds. And I went from 610 pounds down to 530. And that's what I stayed at constantly for the next year and a half, 2 years. I thought everything was getting better. But then 2 years later is when the divorce happened, and then everything just fell apart.
Damn, so 80 pounds wasn't enough for her. I guess she expected you to keep going. See, here's the thing. She probably thought she could change him. Here's the thing. You're not going to change any of us that are this big until we absolutely want to change. Trust me. I've had that discussion a million times. Why didn't you do something sooner? Why didn't you do this? Da da da. Why'd you just keep hurting yourself? Okay, like, I don't know. You're just in a state of you don't know what to do. You're so confused. You sunk so low. It's tough, man. But thank God my girl called that surgeon for me.
From there on, I found out that my wife was going to divorce me. I called my parents up and said, I got to come home. And that's when my health really took a turn for the worst. General So's.
Oh, I like General So's.
After the divorce, in the first 2 months, I gained a good 130, 140 pounds.
Damn, he really can get it rolling, huh? How many crab rangoons do you think that is? Because that's my favorite thing from the Chinese spot. I love crab rangoons.
Since the divorce, I haven't been able to keep a job, and I lost my family, my kids, and they're everything to me. And for the last few years, I've been living in my parents' basement. I know I have to break the cycle soon. My life and getting my kids back depend on it.
I get one of those
No.
rotons, or what do you call those things?
Crab raccoons?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
Try
guess
one.
I'll let you have one.
I'll try.
You got to get 2 orders of the crab rangoons always. Everybody loves those damn things.
I'm disgusted I let it get this bad, but I know I have to dig myself out now, and that I have to get help to do that.
I worry about Michael all the time because I think he has been struggling with his identity. My biggest fear is that he will be trapped in our basement.
So identify yourself as a father or something like that. Lean into the stuff in your life that is good. Just because you don't have things that were good there for a point in time in your life, you can look back on them fondly. You don't have to just think about the bad. You have good in your life. Like, you have plenty of stuff that's going right. You have these kids. Who cares if you're divorced?
Pray that he won't, but I don't know how to help him.
I can tell you what not to do. Give him like 3 things of fried rice, General So's, and an order of crab rangoons right after he just had 5 plates of Denny's.
Mike's always excelled at what he's done. Now, because of his weight, it's hard for him to keep a job. It's hard for him to walk. And my concern is he doesn't understand how serious it is, and that's getting closer, being stuck in a bed all day.
All right, Papa, don't think I didn't notice you're a beer belly, too. You're not exactly the picture of health over here. But the good news is, the only hole you can't dig yourself out of is the grave, so hopefully Mike does it here. I want a positive one today.
Can't decide which way to go down now. We can go down through Cincinnati and Nashville, or we can go towards Indianapolis, but both routes end up in Memphis.
Let's go straight south. We decided my dad's gonna come to Houston with me to see Dr. Now. And if he's able to help me, then whatever he tells me to do, I'm gonna do it. Because I need to turn my life around, and I'm ready to fight to do that. I can't keep going like this. Something has to change before things get worse for me. Because I would say that I'm considered to be on my deathbed. I could die in my sleep tonight. And that's hard for me because I want to be there for my kids. So I have to figure out how to turn my life around now before I lose the last bit of life I'm holding on to.
But that's the sad thing. You see him sitting there on that bed in the basement, breathing hard, playing Call of Duty, Fortnite, whatever the hell he's playing, while he has children out here in the world that, I don't know, his ex-wife has to be raising. And I guarantee she's not happy about the fact that this guy just keeps putting on weight even if he's spiraling from the divorce, like, you're still a dad at the end of the day. You have to do something for those kids, right?
We need to go 6 to 7 hours a day to make it to Houston in 3 days. So I need to try to hit that goal today, and I think we can do it.
What's it like sitting over there?
Leg room's a little short. Can't wait to get lunch. So the plan right now is to stop to get a quick bite to eat.
You can't wait for lunch? That's what you're thinking about on the way to the Fat Grim Reaper? This is like all wrong priorities right now. Where are we at?
I'll take a double Whopper with cheese. Let's do the deluxe chicken sandwich, a large onion ring, Hershey Sundae pie.
All right, 3061.
This guy's a bottomless pit. Like, this is insane. This guy goes all, not only, I got the Bacon King. I can't even throw shots at him for the double Whopper. I was a Bacon King boy myself. But he did mess up a little bit. Those Hershey pies at Burger King or something else, but I'm on a weight loss journey, damn it. Don't you make me think about them pies.
Just pull over to the side here and eat.
If I don't change now, it's all gonna be over for me soon.
This should last us till we stop tonight.
So this is life.
I just watched him do double lunch right after breakfast. So I know that this guy can handle some food. You think this is all he's going to eat, Pops? You are mistaken.
For death for me.
Yep, suck the meat, buddy.
That was perfect.
It's gonna be a long day. We gotta get there.
Okay, let's go.
This guy just constantly has crack out and cheeseburgers. This is crazy. And he's got, what is that, Mountain Dew sitting there just in case he needs a drink in the middle of the night? Hey, his thighs have thighs.
I went out almost instantly last night. I was just worn out from being on the road for 6 hours.
I'll go ahead and pull the car up.
Okay. And I can feel it all now.
Hold on here. Now, Pops, I know that we're talking about your son's weight issue, but he's definitely poking right here, right? I think if you cut the head off, put him in like a tank top or something, somebody'd think that's a pregnant lady. I'm sure of it.
On my legs because they're swollen and they're really sore.
I spy with my little eye some swollen calves because I ate too many fries.
But I think I can handle it. I just wish I had a little more time to rest my legs.
Wow. This guy's breathing makes me really uncomfortable. Like, this is not good at all. Also, could you imagine if you had to buy leggings and your calves were like that big? You women would have a nightmare just ripping those things. His butt's eating the shorts.
Back on the road.
Your legs cramping up today?
Oh, yeah. Why go inside?
Oh my God, we're back at another drive-through. This guy can't help himself, can he?
When there's a drive-through. I need a venti shaken espresso with light ice, 6 pumps of the white chocolate mocha syrup, 3
6?
Splenda, and extra heavy cream.
What the hell's the Splenda for with extra cream and 6 pumps of mocha whatever
And that's it.
There's no way I could remember that.
It's addicting. A little taste of heaven.
think about that little taste of heaven when somebody else is tasting your ex-wife. Sorry, too far.
I'm doing
too
this to
far.
change my life. So no matter how bad it gets, I'm going to push myself to keep going.
Sweet
We stopped to get
Jesus.
something to eat so I could stretch my legs. I had to take a lot of breaks because of how bad my legs are hurting. So we still have a way to go to get to our traveling distance today.
This guy is a damn machine. Like, he could have, like, 100% been the biggest mukbang channel on the internet. Why didn't you go for it?
So I'm going to just keep pushing myself to keep going and see if I can make it there without any more breaks.
If we can pass a drive-thru without eating, we might get there. Also, my mukbang channel coming soon. I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. But it would be funny if I did.
Okay, you can step up on the scale, please.
The only thing I'm nervous about is finding out my weight. I'm just hoping it's in the low 700s.
Your weight is 745.
Damn, we really were playing a lot of Candyland, huh? He got up there. 745. Definitely not the worst we've seen. Definitely far from the damn best.
And now we'll go into room 5.
Room 5? Okay.
Yeah.
But that's the highest my weight's ever going to be. Because I'm going to do whatever I have to get that number to go down.
Okay, I like the attitude, buddy. We just can't be the double whopper demon anymore.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, sexy.
How y'all doing?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. So you must be Michael.
Yes,
Well, good to meet you. Who's the young man with you?
that's my dad.
All right, good to meet you both.
Be afraid, Dad. Be very afraid. He's gonna throw that The Scale Does Not Lie book at you, too. The Fat Bible cometh.
So, where are you coming from?
Central Ohio.
Oh, Ohio. That's a long trip. So, what brought you down here?
The opportunity to get a better lifestyle, change my life around.
All right. So, Michael, you are 38, huh?
Yes.
And
Why did it say 37 at the start of this? They lied to us.
you're 745 pounds, huh?
Yes.
You know what the ideal weight for your height is? You never looked it up?
No.
It's about 240. So,
Okay, see, that doesn't sound bad. I saw a comment the other day that said, me as a 6'4" man should be 160 to 180. I don't friggin' think so, guy. That would make me like a rail.
you got about 500 pounds extra weight on your body that is not designed to take. Okay. So, here you're married and divorced,
Yes.
and you have children too?
Yeah, 4 kids.
So, how old are the kids?
Damn, did they say 4 kids already? I didn't realize this man was putting the press. Like, he was really laying it down for 4 kids. I guess he did get depressed after he couldn't do that anymore.
I have a 14-year-old daughter and then 11, 9, and 7-year-old boys. But they're one of the big reasons I want to lose weight, so I can be a bigger part of their lives.
Okay. All right. Well, that is a good motivation. So, what seems to be a problem with your overeating?
I don't know, I've been trying many years, different diets, and the diets just haven't worked well, or I couldn't.
Okay, I'm not buying this for a second. We stopped at every single drive-thru on our way here.
Continue those diets.
If you didn't lose weight, then you weren't doing the diet. So all that sounds like a lot of excuses. But for how long has your weight been a problem?
I've always been big since childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started trying to lose weight.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know what it's like to not be fat, because honestly, I'm the same size right now as I was in middle school.
Okay.
I started playing football, so I got healthier for a while because I played football, played college football, and then once I stopped playing college football and working out, is when my weight started gaining rapidly.
So what happened that you stopped football?
I got 2 concussions playing college, and the doctor said no more football. So it drove me into a major depression.
Concussions suck, but I remember the worst injury I think I've ever seen on the football field was this guy who got his boys squished with the cup and he had to have one cut out. And then everybody called him Obi-Wan Nut after that. It was kind of mean.
And eating was my coping mechanism.
Well, Michael, if you use circumstances in your life to justify your overeating, start overeating, everybody in their life has bad events. So the mean it's not that you give up and say, okay, I couldn't play football, now I'm gonna eat and kill myself for the food, you know.
Yeah.
So this is a mentality that has to change. Or nothing we do will help you, not even surgery. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you're here for a magic solution to your problem, that's not gonna happen. It's gonna be up to you to turn your life around.
No, doctor, now. I want you to bippity boppity boop my fupa and get rid of the damn thing because it's overshadowing certain things that men don't want to look smaller.
You think you can do that?
Absolutely.
So why you haven't done that in past 37 years? It's not that like you woke up today, decided that you need to lose weight. So this was going on all these years and you haven't done anything about it at this point. Why?
Over the past many years, I never saw my weight as a problem.
Well,
Let's also be 100% real about this. Like, he had some help. It ain't like he could make this kind of mess all by himself.
some of that doesn't add up. But regardless, now you realize that you have to do something different.
Yes.
So what do you do all day?
Right now, I do a lot of laying in my bed, playing video games, or going upstairs to my parents' house and sitting either on the couch or in the kitchen.
So
Play Fortnite and try to rizz up some e-girls and see who I can talk to since I'm divorced. I mean, when I was a teenager, I thought that kind of stuff was fun, but I grew out of it. I haven't played video games in forever.
nothing. And you live with your parents?
Yes.
Okay. So at this point, is there any bright horizon or a goal on your life?
Not really.
So you don't have any goal.
Well, my goal is to get a job and get my own place. That way I can get more time with my kids. And
It's a decent goal. At least he's constantly bringing up his kids, but I doubt at this point he has very much to do with them. My goal has always been to be a male stripper. I'm trying to be in that Thunder Down Under thing, you know?
be more part of their life.
Okay. How determined you are at this point, how committed you are to change your life?
I'm extremely committed to change my life right now. I want to be there for my kids.
You say that, but for years now, you eat whatever, whenever, and the life is just nothing but playing games, and there is no goal, and there is nothing bright in horizon when you wake up in the morning. So these are something that you're gonna have to change, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Dad, do you have anything to tell me? Do you all talk about his eating habit? Do you all help him with the eating habit? He doesn't listen
We
to
try.
anybody?
Don't you lie, Dad. I've already seen what you bring him home after breakfast. And his breakfast is insano, like sicko mode anyway. I don't know how he's not sick after eating that much.
My wife tries to make healthy meals for him for dinner.
Shut
He makes his
up.
own breakfast and lunch. So we try our best.
How do you see you all can help him to make the changes?
I know by changing the food we have in the house, we can do a lot. And then getting whatever menu he needs to start losing weight. He can't have.
Okay, by him making his own breakfast and lunch, you guys mean like Grubhub makes it, DoorDash, whatever. I used Grubhub like once, and they have emailed me every damn day since. It's been like 2 years. I got crab cakes once.
Have it in front of him.
Okay. All right, Michael, you got a lot of change to make to change your life. So you have to make the decision. Be productive and be something that you have control in your eating habit, control in your life, and change the thing around you. Your life is whatever you make it to be. So if you don't change it, it's not going to change. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to give you some instructions and my book that will have a diet and exercise plan in it that you need to follow.
Okay.
I actually like when Dr. Now puts it that way, like life's what you make it. Because you could sit here, hang around at the bottom, be depressed, be down on yourself forever, or you could turn it around, make something yourself, spend your rest of your life with your kids and be happy. So it's all up to you. You got to see kind of the silver lining in things. Find a positive, because somewhere there's a positive in all this.
Diet is going to limit you to 1,200 calories a day with a focus on protein instead of carbs. And then there are going to be exercises for you to do twice a day, and you need to stick to all of that, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I'm going to give you 2 months. You should be able to lose 100 pounds in 2 months. And if you do that, then we will move ahead with you and start you on my weight loss program.
Okay, once you get up above 700, Dr. Now is going to start throwing out like the 100-pound goals and stuff like that. Usually it's like 60 to 80 he seems to throw around quite a lot. But as far as finding the silver lining, something like him getting the concussions led him to meet his wife, which led him to have the 4 kids, like that's a positive from a negative.
But being in Ohio, taking such a long trip, is going to put a lot of strain on your body. So if you are able to follow my instruction and show me you're going to do that by getting to the weight loss goal I gave you, then you're going to have to move down here, okay?
Okay.
So that's something you think you can do.
I have to look into it. So if I have to, I have to.
Well,
Do you guys, like, any of you live in Ohio watching this right now? Is it a nice place? Because all I ever do is watch, like, Columbus body cam videos, and that place looks totally effed. Like, it's like The Walking Dead out there. Or I think back to when I was a kid, and I had some friends that moved out there, got strung out on dope, and came back.
if you want to change your life, you're going to have to do a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring you some stuff in a few minutes
Okay.
and get this ball rolling for you.
Absolutely.
All right.
You like what you hear?
Yeah.
A lot of changing.
All right. I got some things for you.
Okay.
All right. This is what you're going to read every night. If we move ahead with Mike, we're going to have a lot of work to do to get him to a healthy place. But the whole process has to start with him. And the biggest thing he's going to have to do is make the choices to change his mindset, to stop.
Nobody gave me some kind of like super morbidly obese holy sacrament or anything like this. Like, I did buy Dr. Now's Fat Bible, but that thing was like $75. Why are you taxing Dr. Now?
Stop using his circumstances and the hard things in his past as an excuse to overeat. That's going to be a process with him that won't be easy to turn around long term. But he needs to take the first step toward doing that before we can start to help him. Then also, I want you to do some exercise. So I'm going to give you my book. So this got some recipes in here that you can use.
Okay.
Here's something that kind of drives me, and it might help some of you, but history remembers the victors. So you can't fail this, you can't lose, you have to be victorious in whatever you're setting out to do. It doesn't matter if it's weight loss, weight gain, muscle gain, whatever. Just try to be victorious at everything you start.
Hopefully, Mike will take this seriously to make the progress he needs by his next appointment, because he can't afford to waste any time. It's not going to take long for his situation to get very bad quickly. So it's very important he does what he needs now, because this may be his last chance. All right, I'll see you later.
Okay, thank you.
Watch Dr. Now be like, Pops, you need to read this too. This is for you every single night also. I'm surprised. Normally he goes after people smaller than the dad, so I wouldn't have like been totally shocked if it happened, you know?
Now for my first appointment. And for the past few weeks, I made a lot of changes to my whole life, basically. You know, changing how I eat and getting the exercise and activity I need every day.
I don't know. I think Dr. Now's going to lose his damn mind if he sees that mayonnaise on the table.
So my whole daily routine looks different now. I'm getting up in the morning, getting right up, going to work out. I'm more active, walking around, doing stuff around the house. With my eating, I've been preparing my meals and making sure I'm counting the right calories, making sure I'm following the right diet, not sneaking foods.
But it also kind of to me looks like he's making deviled eggs right now, which I don't think's on Dr. Now's diet plan or in the Fat Bible.
Basically not doing everything I was doing wrong before, but it was hard at first. I have cheated once or twice on my new lifestyle. It was at the beginning, but I have since not done that recently.
I cheated a hell of a lot more than that, so I can make jokes about it, but I sucked the big one at first, man. I wish I was on this show. You guys would have laughed your ass off. I could have watched it. That would have went viral.
So I've been sticking to the diet completely since then. I felt like I don't want to do this because I want to meet a goal. I want to lose the weight the doctor now told me to lose, and I want to lose more than what he told me to lose. Just walking is boring, and I've always loved sports. So it's been
Hey, that's a different kind of Duncan than we're used to. Let's go, Mike.
fun to pick up a ball and shoot some hoops. So I'm feeling really good, and I'm really excited about how I'm able to do a lot more now. I would say my energy is probably on a scale of 1 to 10, about a 15.
The only time I play basketball is one of my mom's friends has like a son who's kind of like special needs, and he always wants me to play basketball with him. Last time I did, I ate shit, buddy. I tore up my knees so bad because like I was still so fat, like I wanted to run, and like I knew how to. My brain was like run, but my legs were like, what the hell? We don't run. What are you talking about,
I don't
Sean?
get worn out as easily anymore, so I'm excited about that. And I'm also excited about my weight loss because I feel like I'm losing a lot of weight. I honestly don't know how much weight I've lost, but I can guess at least 40 to 50 pounds I think I've lost over the past 3 weeks, maybe more, because I can tell my body is significantly smaller going through the hallway or getting in the shower. So I've seen a shift in my body. So
Oh yeah, I think if I was like 7'45", squeezing into that shower too, I would guesstimate my weight loss based on if my balls were squeegeeing the wall or not too. That's probably how I'd figure it out.
I know I've lost a bunch. So I know I'm gonna be ready when I go back to see Dr. Now in a little over a month.
Also, with all this Ohio State stuff around, do you think he's getting kind of triggered because it says Buckeyes everywhere, and Buckeyes are like those so good little chocolate things or whatever with like peanut butter in them?
Today was supposed to be the day I had my second appointment with Dr. Now, but I called the office a few days ago and told them I had to reschedule it. And they got back to me and said Dr. Now still wants to do a video call at least. So I'm doing that today.
Guys, stay and listen.
Sure.
The more the merrier, just like I told that nurse when I let her practice that damn catheter. Still regret that.
I get to see my kids in a couple days, and that was unexpected. I'm also going to have a chance to talk to my ex about how I can be more involved in my kids' lives. So that has to be my highest priority right now. But I'm still doing everything I'm supposed to be doing to stay on track with my progress. So hopefully Dr. Now understands that.
Hey, they did tape up the Apple thing on the back now. They didn't at the start with the video games. I think they just miss it in production half the time.
Hey, Mike.
Hi, doctor. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. So I'm calling you because you haven't been able to come down and see us and keep your appointment. So what's going on with you?
I've got a lot of stuff going on, but I'm still following your instructions and enjoying the new diet and exercise program.
Well, how's your weight doing?
I feel like I'm losing a lot of weight. Haven't been able to weigh myself yet, or my clothes are getting a lot bigger, and I feel a lot more energy.
How high does that talking scale go that like Nikado Avocado has and like Amberlyn Reed has? Because I think it would be pretty close to where he's at. Mine went up to like, my biggest one went up to like 560 something. And it was only supposed to go up to 550, but they lied because I saw my weight at 560.
Than I did a couple months ago.
All right. How was your stamina?
a lot better. My breathing's gotten a lot
Stallion.
better. I'm able to do a lot more walking distance-wise. I can probably go twice as far as I was before.
All right, so you were supposed to come and see us, so why are you not back for your follow-up appointment?
I'm gonna get to spend some time with the kids in a couple days, have some custody conversations, and I wouldn't have made it back in time if I went. So I just have to make that a priority right now. But I know I'll be able to come down the next month. So you realize if you don't lose the weight, then you're gonna be very limited in the future with them. I do realize that, and I'm working to change that, Dr. Now.
Okay, but with 4 kids, if he's not in the picture very much, I'd be curious if the wife just never pursued anything with custody, or if it's some kind of bitter ex-wife baby mama thing, or she's justified because she's taking care of 4 kids and this guy's eating himself to a point where he can do nothing for the kids. I'd be curious to know what your guys' thought is on that one.
I just need some time to focus on something that's very important to me. That's been an issue for me for years. So I'm trying to get that all straightened out so that way I can continue with the program and make it to the next one. Okay. Well, Mike, as long as you're sticking with your diet and you're not falling off the track, and that is not the reason for you not coming because you're not losing any weight, then I'm going to give you an extra month. But I want you to lose an additional 25 pounds in that time. So that.
Dude, his breathing is making me really uncomfortable because it's just so bad. Like, I feel like he needs to go see somebody about that ASAP.
I'm gonna make your total goal 125 pounds to lose by next month. You think you can do that?
Absolutely. I feel like I'm getting close to it already.
Alright. Well, let me know when you can come and see us. And if you hit your goal, then we'll see what will be next step for you.
Absolutely.
If you're doing as well as you say, and I approve you for weight loss surgery, then the next step is moving to Houston. So who's going to be coming with you to help you out?
Somebody will have, I don't know who yet.
It's probably going to be his dad, since his dad went with him in the first place, I would think. Like, your parents are always going to be pretty much ride or die for you, at least in my opinion. Like, I know if I got in this situation, my mom would do something like this for me in a heartbeat.
Okay, work on that and figure that out. And then when you come back down, we will check on your progress and see what's going on with you, okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, Mike, if you need anything in the meantime, give me a call, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye now.
Bye.
Mike does look like he's lost a considerable amount of weight at this point. I don't know if it's like 100 pounds or anything, but he's lost some weight for sure. I can see it.
That went well.
I thought so.
I'm glad Dr. Now understood and gave me more time because my kids are the most important thing to me. And everything I'm doing right now is to be able to have a better future with them. So once I take care of what I need for my kids, I'm going to be back down to show them how well I'm doing. And
I'm 99% sure I see Fun Dip laying there in that back thing or some kind of trolley, night crawler, whatever the hell that is. So they have candy everywhere in this damn house. So Mike, hats off to you if you're able to control yourself. But with those kids, you got all the motivation in the world.
confident that he'll approve me for weight loss surgery.
But he asked everything he asked if you were doing, you have been doing.
Yeah.
So I think you've been doing pretty good. Got to keep it up.
Yep.
He does seem to have like a decent support system, at least around him.
But I'm back down a month later, just like I promised Dr. Now. And I'm ready to show him the progress I've made. Ouch. I've worked at doing what I was supposed to for the last 3 months, and I feel confident I'm going to have a good amount of progress today as a result of that. Because
Hey, my guy does look a lot skinnier right here. So Mike, hats off to you. I applaud you for that, buddy.
I can already feel how I'm smaller when I get around, and I can handle a whole lot more activity now. So I have no doubt I've come a long way. But I still don't know the exact number of how much I've lost. So I'm looking forward to finding that out today.
Michael?
At my last weight check-in, I was at 745 pounds. And my goal for today ended up being to lose 125 pounds total.
We're gonna guess. I'm gonna guess 650. I don't think he's lost that much, but 650 is my guess.
Can you step up on the scale, please?
So that means I need to be at 620 pounds by now. If I reach my goal.
Hey, 642. I wasn't that far off. I'm getting better at this.
Love it. I feel like I've lost more than that, but that's still a big number to lose my own.
We're going to room 5.
Room 5, thank you. So I feel good about that. And it's more than the first weight loss goal Dr. Now gave me. To lose 100 pounds before he added another 25 pounds a month ago. So I think my progress is still going to be enough.
He did hit the initial goal. I'm still waiting for a guy to come in here and be like, Dr. Now, I've lost at least 100 pounds. I've gained so many inches. Like, lose pounds, gain inches. I think that's just a funny saying.
Show him taking this seriously and working hard.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Good, how are you doing, doctor?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Not bad.
Great. All right. So who we got here with you?
This is my older sister.
Oh, the older sister. Well, nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Okay.
You guys ever notice how happy Dr. Now gets when there's a woman in there with the patient or whatever? It's always, who's this young lady? I think Dr. Now's trying to riz half these women up.
Okay. So everything going well with you?
Everything's going great. Sticking to the diet and doing really well.
Well, I see, because you lost just over 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. You didn't get to working on the 25 pounds I told you to lose for last month. But that's still a lot of weight off your body. So, do you feel any better?
I feel a lot better.
Good. If you keep it up, you're gonna feel even better than you do now.
Yes, sir.
So, what changes you made in your eating habit?
I've cut out all carbs. I've stopped eating all the potatoes and starches. A lot less breads.
You haven't cut out all carbs if you're still eating any bread. You know how long it's been since I've had a piece of bread? Honest to God, it's had to have been like a year. Something like that. Something crazy like that.
Maybe 1 or 2 slices of bread a week instead of 2 sandwiches a day.
Can we have no bread?
I can take out bread completely, yep.
Well, that's good. So you learn what to do, what not to do, and get your eating habit more under control?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, you're doing good and your weight loss. So I'm going to approve you for weight loss surgery now. As long as you move down to Houston, we got to run some tests to make sure there is no issue that would prevent us from doing surgery on you. And if everything's okay to do weight loss surgery, and you have made the move here and continued with your progress, then we will move ahead with your surgery. Does that?
But if he couldn't come down in the first place because of custody issues, and now you're telling him to move to Houston, which I feel like that's definitely a huge issue that's going to come up with custody, because there's nothing he can do like halfway across the country.
Sounds good.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. So when do you think you'll be able to move down here?
I have to figure that out, but hopefully soon.
Okay. But when you come down here, you need somebody to move with you to help you out, so we won't be alone.
Okay.
Who do you think can move with you to be here?
Finding someone to move down with me will be difficult. Maybe she can come down to cut for a little bit, but I know.
You think we could talk his ex-wife into coming down here and becoming like the bariatric Brady Bunch or something with the kids, or you think she's just done with it?
No, I'll definitely be able to find somebody to come down.
All right, so keep working on that and let me know.
Okay.
Okay? So, any question?
Nope, everything's good.
All right. So how often your sister come and check on you?
I've popped in a couple times to see what he's up to, and
Told you, Dr. Now wants the sister. He wants to know if she can come down and be there full time.
I haven't caught him doing anything wrong yet.
Well, that's good, and I'm proud of your progress, and keep it up. So,
Yes, sir.
what is your goal weight?
My goal weight's about 300 to 350 pounds.
The goal weight is 250 pounds.
I haven't weighed that since 6th grade.
Well, that doesn't mean that you can't do it, okay? So,
It's kind of funny, but like, I don't know. Your goal weight's whatever makes you happy is what I always say. Cause like I could be content at a certain weight. I just want to be healthier, happier, in a better place than I was at the start of this thing. So I don't really care so much about the numbers. I just have a goal I've been locked in on forever.
250 will be healthy weight for you.
Okay.
So you got 400 pounds to lose.
I can do it.
That is 2 adult person.
Yes.
So you still have a ways to go. So stay focused. And don't slack off, and don't think this is your victory lap, and go back and get comfortable thinking that your work is done. And then you start gaining again.
Oh, absolutely not.
Man, I took a voluptuous victory lap and it was loaded with all kinds of pies, cupcakes, cheesecakes. Yep, I definitely screwed that one up. So I know what Dr. Now's talking about a whole hell of a lot.
We don't want to do that. So let's work to get yourself ready for your weight loss surgery.
Sounds good to me.
Nice to see you guys.
Nice
Thank
meeting
you.
you too.
Me and my dad are going golfing today. With all my workouts, my strength and stamina have continued to improve a lot. I know I've continued to lose weight because I feel lighter every day.
Front or back?
Back.
That's what she said.
And all of that's helping me to get out of the house, to get active again and do more. And I've been happy about that. I've especially been happy at getting back to playing sports in a competitive way.
I usually play the old man tees, but I'll play back here with you today.
Hey, hats off to the guy to getting out there and golfing even at 600 pounds. I feel like that's still a hell of a lot of activity.
To the right, straight for the trees. Golf's been something I'm fit enough to play. So I started doing that with my dad. And I'm really enjoying it.
Not bad.
It's still hard for me at moments. And I have to take breaks between holes sometimes. But
I'm not going to make it that's what she said joke, but I tried to golf one time and I threw the club further than the ball and that was about it.
I'm able to handle the whole course on my own.
Just take your time. You got a lot of walking to do.
It feels good, and it's given me something I can do with my dad. You can walk to yours.
I'm up here, I think.
The only big issue I'm dealing with right now is that recently I've had to doubt whether I can move forward in Dr. Now's program. I was really excited to get approved, and I'm still just as dedicated to losing weight and getting healthy. The only problem is his requirement is to move to Houston, because I was ready to do that. But then I was informed that if I moved to Houston, that I'll be forfeiting any and all custody rights with my kids.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? With the ex-wife and the 4 kids, all right? If he gets healthier, he can become a part of the kids' life. It's only going to benefit the kids. But I also want to look at this thing from her point of view, where she's been raising these kids for like, what, the last 4 years by herself with him doing very little besides sitting there and eating himself to this point. So if I'm her, I'm mad about that, right? But you have to like put the kids first and kind of, think like if their father's healthy, it can only benefit them and only help them in the future. So that's, you kind of got to be selfless, I would think. But I understand why she's probably mad.
I can't let that happen. And I asked my lawyer to see if I can get some sort of temporary exception, since this is a unique situation where I'm trying to save my life to be with my kids. And it's not a permanent move where I'd be abandoning them. It would just be long enough to do Dr. Now's program. But I've been told that there's no exception and no option for me. So I've been very upset about it.
It's a tricky situation. To a point, if you got up to 745 pounds, I feel like you've kind of put yourself and your own selfishness ahead of the kids anyway. Like, as bad as I wanted kids, I didn't have them, so I didn't have to worry about them. I could be a little more selfish, you know what I mean? But once kids are in the picture, you're not allowed to be that selfish guy anymore.
I haven't told Dr. Now about all this yet. and I'm trying to figure it all out. But right now, I have no idea what I'm going to do.
Woohoo! I don't know what's worse, hitting it many times and having a short walk, or having a long walk.
No matter what, you're gonna walk the distance.
I mean, it's a lot of walking if they're going to play all 18 holes. I doubt they're playing 18 holes, though. That would be a hell of a lot of walking.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Dr. Now?
Good. So, Mike, I got your test result and everything looked good. And your weighing that they did shows that you're still losing weight. So you're still on track. So we can move ahead with you and do your weight loss surgery as soon as we move down here. So that should be something positive for you. But where are you at with moving down?
I tried to figure it out and find an option because I wanted to get the surgery, but I wasn't able to. And so I'm being told if I move down, I lose the chance to share custody with my kid. So it's just not going to work for me to move there.
God, this is such a messy situation. Like, I understand her side of things, I understand his side of things, and I just feel like anything that benefits the kids has to come first. Like anything else in life, the kids have to come first.
So you're saying that they don't understand you're trying to save your life and do this for your kids? Because then that's just going to pan. That's not going to help anyone.
It's a complicated situation, but I can't sacrifice being able to see my kids and being a part of their life.
Okay, no one expects you to give that up. Well, Mike, if everything you told me is accurate, I'll tell you what we can do. Okay?
Okay.
If you commit to come down for 2 months, so we can make sure you fully recover from surgery and you stay on track immediately afterward, we will make that work. Is that something you can do?
I might. I think that could be possible.
Are you kidding me? Dr. Now never negotiates with people. He's like the U.S. government. We do not negotiate. Like, come on, man. You have to take that deal.
If you're serious about saving your life, I'm sure you'll figure something out.
Yes, I'll figure it out.
Okay, as long as you stay with your progress, we will go ahead with your weight loss surgery. But you need to take this commitment very seriously, because if you don't make it back to the follow-up and start missing those, the progress will start to slow. And then it will stop. So allowing to do this is not an ideal scenario.
Yes, sir, I understand that.
Okay, stay on track and let me know when you move down here. And if you need anything before then, give me a call.
Yes.
I am so shocked that he said that because like every episode I've watched where they don't want to go to Houston, they've tried something like this. Dr. Now's never gone for it. Like it does not bend, does not break. Like he is very strict. But if he's going to offer you that, you need to take that, buddy.
Yes, sir, I can do that. Thank you, Dr. Now.
You're welcome. Bye, Mike.
Bye, Dr. Now. I think what Dr. Now offered could work, so I'm a little excited about that. But I'm trying not to get my hopes up too high, because I don't want to be let down if it still doesn't work. It's a chance, and I'm just really hoping I can take it.
You better call her and tell her right now you need this. And if she wants you to be a part of the kids' lives, forget the custody agreement at the size you're at now. You can't do anything with the kids practically. Like, you need this. The kids need this. She needs help. So, yes, this is a plus.
It's been about a month and a half since Dr. Now told me I only needed to come down to Houston for a couple months to cover the time I need to.
Did anybody else notice that container on the wall that said cupcake container? There's no way you've got that many damn cupcakes.
Have surgery and then fully recover. And it looks like this is something I'll be able to do. And then going down for that long won't be an issue with my kids' custody. I may have to come back and forth a lot, but I'm willing to do whatever I have to make this work.
I got your food.
Mom making the meals again. Hopefully it's not all kinds of like junk and all. I guess you would have to meal prep if you're going to stay low carb on the road. Unless you just stop and order like, I don't know, a steak everywhere you go.
Put that inside here.
Okay.
Or fish.
Yeah.
Is that all you got?
Yeah.
Your shirts are in here, Mac.
No.
Don't forget to get them.
Me and my dad.
No way, that's 2 months worth of clothes, man. You've had the same Reebok shirt on for half the episode, all right? But that's got to be like a couple pairs of boxers in that damn thing.
Dad, I've been working to figure out who's going to be the one who moves with me. I need to be in Houston for a couple months. Since he could be the one that could figure out how to be away that long, we decided it should be my dad. It's hard for him to just pick up everything and go to Houston with me for that long. But he wants me to get the surgery as much as I want it. So he worked it out.
That's a good parent right there. Good dad. He gets my applaud. Like he's a good dad, okay? I didn't like the way he kind of lived vicariously through his son and caused his son to spiral once he didn't have that, but he's a good dad.
All packed.
Spare time. Woo. Ready to go?
Let's get out of here. Yep.
I'll be coming to visit.
That weak ass kiss. If that's me, I'm saying, son, you stay in the truck. I need about half hour inside with your mom. We gotta talk real quick.
Come here.
Bye.
Love you.
So I've really been working hard so I don't get off track, because I can't stay more than a couple months. So I either get approved for the surgery when I go down there, or I may just have to come back up to Ohio again.
Actually, we probably don't need a whole half hour. If I'm not gonna see you for 2 months, it's gonna be a little quicker than that.
So just hoping that when I get there, it all works out.
Texas, here we come. Put the window down. Drive careful. Have fun.
See ya.
All right, love you.
Here we go.
Does kind of suck for her though, but I guess maybe she'll kind of enjoy the peace of mind actually at this point. Some people, I mean, they've probably been married, what, like 40 friggin' years? She might be like, all right, time for me to party now.
It only took us a couple days to get here this time, because of how much more I can handle.
That's what she said. Sorry.
Oh, this is nice.
This will be your room.
I don't care how nice it is. It's cool.
This will be your room.
Why, by the back door?
Yep.
I'm the protector.
Nope. Just
Seems like a nice little place. Also, that whole protector thing, I have to sleep by the door. Like, I don't know, maybe just because if something were to happen, I'd rather I be the first thing to be in the line of fire than somebody else or my girl or anything like that.
no table.
This looks like something Dr. Now would prescribe. No table, that way we don't eat.
That's right, people. That is the diet plan. Throw out your damn tables. Dr. Now probably has that in the book somewhere. I gotta read it.
The place is nice. I'll be fine for 2 months. Can't wait to get back to Ohio.
You're on the way.
Yep.
This is the start of the rest of your life, Mikey boy. Hopefully you keep going in the right direction, because, I don't know, it doesn't look like he's lost a whole hell of a lot. He started out really good, but at this point, I think he's kind of slowed down a little bit. I'm not sure, though. I'm not good at this.
And Dr. Now told me to keep losing weight. He didn't give me a specific goal other than that. So I'm assuming what he wants to see from me is progress. To show him I'm still doing his diet.
Uh-oh, Top Gun, you went to the Dorito zone a couple times. If that's all you've lost in those couple months, you've definitely, it's not, can't believe it's DiGiorno.
We're going to room 5.
Okay. That's not as much of a loss as I had the last time I was here, but it still shows I'm making progress. And all in all, I've lost a total of almost 140 pounds. So I think I've done good and enough to prove myself. And hopefully Dr. Now agrees.
I don't know. I feel a Dr. Now scolding coming. Do you guys feel it? Because I feel it in the air. It's like a damn twister coming.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Good, how are you, Dr. Now?
I'm doing well. All right, Mike, you moved down to Houston?
I did. Got a place about 10 minutes away from here.
All right, so is your dad gonna stay with you and help you out?
Yes, he is.
All right.
Yep, sorry, doctor. Now it's a total sausage party this
But
time.
Mike, you are today 601, which means you lost another 41 pounds over the last few months. That is about 14 pounds a month. So losing 14 pounds a month is not much weight loss.
I mean, we could do that if we went on the X-Lax diet, which I know is not good for you. I am not recommending you do that. I'm just saying, when you're this big, 14 pounds a month is a drop in the water. It's pretty damn easy.
So what's going on now with your eating habit?
I've been doing 400 calories a meal or less. I've stopped
Liar.
drinking sugared drinks and stopped eating bread and been doing a lot of good stuff with my food.
If you
Bro, I try to stay under 500 calories a meal now, and that's just because I'm 3 years out of surgery. Like, I can eat a little more, but that's like my limit per meal, right? There's no way he's doing 400 calories.
stick with your 400 calorie per meal and you only eat 2 or 3 times a day, you should have lost 60 to 80 pounds a month, but you lost only 14. So the math doesn't add up. So what's going on with it?
I have no clue. I honestly thought I've been doing great. I've been doing really good with my food. I've gotten rid of all the sugar stuff and replaced my breakfast with omelets and eggs.
Look, nobody is doubting that he's doing a hell of a lot better than he was, right? He's just not doing as good as he thinks he is. That's the problem.
Instead of sugared cereal and toast, and
Okay, how many eggs are you eating?
I'm eating 4 to 6 eggs.
This is
That's the damn problem, aren't those? They're like 70 or 80 calories. I can't remember right now, but that's 400 calories of eggs. If he's having anything else besides those eggs, that's it.
a regular egg is 70 to 80 calories a day. So too many eggs. What else are you eating beside that?
I don't eat till lunch, and I have either canned tuna or canned chicken with a couple tablespoons of mayonnaise.
Okay, can we get rid of this mayonnaise?
If you want to go for a little less fattening, try putting a little bit of mustard in it. It's what I would recommend. I like mayo in mine too. Go with a light mayo if you're going to do anything, and don't make it like dripping mayo. It's kind of gross.
I, I can get rid of it, yeah.
Okay, and then after that, what do you eat?
For dinner, we've been having either shrimp or tilapia, cod, salmon, just a bunch of different types of seafood is what we've been having for dinner every night.
Crab legs and shrimp the other day. It was my grandma's birthday, so I got her crab legs and shrimp. I brought home some crab cakes to cook they had there. It was $200. I spent $200 on seafood. Then I stopped at Sam's Club, got myself some salmon, cod for my dinners, a couple things of steak because I only eat meat and stuff like that. That was $375 at Sam's Club. Food's damn like expensive as hell right now.
Okay,
With a side salad.
you all eat together?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he got a little bit the weight problem. So I'm guessing you're falling back, eating the same portion sizes as your family. So you're still overeating, so cut down on those eggs, okay? And make those changes to start losing more weight and get back on track. And considering that you're still making progress and that from day one we saw you, you were 745 pounds. With all that progress, I'll go ahead and approve you for weight loss surgery, okay?
Okay.
I knew the dad was going to catch a couple strays in this one just because he's got that beer belly going on. I knew Dr. Down was going to throw a little bit of shade his way eventually. It just took longer than I would have expected.
Sounds good.
So I'll set you up to do some testing. I want to see how you're doing. And if everything looks good, we will move ahead. But once we do that and you fully recover, I want you to start with psychotherapy immediately since you have a history of depression and binge eating. So after surgery, I want you to start therapy right away so you don't go back to food comfort for whatever anxiety that you got and depression. Okay? And remember, once you go back home, you need to keep your regular appointment for follow-up because you have to have accountability and we have to monitor your weight loss. And usually people that get away, they stop losing weight and they gain their weight back. So I don't want
I have seen so many people that had the surgery, or I've talked to them while I'm out, or maybe something. I have to show somebody my driver's license, and they're like, "Is this really you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I've lost so and so, 343 pounds now." And then they're like, "Oh, I had weight loss surgery too." And I'm looking at them, and I'm like, "Well, what the hell happened there?" I don't. A lot of people gain it back. I'm trying not to do that.
When that happened for you, okay?
Okay. Sounds good.
Any questions or any issues?
Nope.
Okay, so tighten up your eating habit and all your tests look good. Then we're gonna go ahead with your weight loss surgery.
Okay.
Nice to see y'all again. See y'all later.
See ya.
But we do have to say 41 pounds, it's still a good bit of weight. Like, he's losing weight consistently. It's not great, it's not bad. Like, he could have done better, yes, but he's still losing, so I'll give him props for that. He's still dieting in some sense, you know? Current weight, 562. Weight loss since surgery, 29. Okay, he's losing weight.
It's been about a month since my surgery, and I'm feeling good. But I had an appointment with Dr. Now a few days ago, and he told me I haven't lost as much as I should have this past month. And he thinks it's because some of my emotional issues.
I'm going to tell you something. I've seen this a million times. If you're not typically losing pretty fast off the bat, you'll kind of tucker out at some point. You'll kind of go into a stalemate or something like that. Or you could do like not as great as you should at the first, and you can kind of lock in and kind of do it better. But I was losing pretty fast off the start, almost 30 pounds a month for the first 3 months. So I feel like I can almost see it when people just are kind of eating stuff they shouldn't because they think their stomach's smaller, so they don't have to diet anymore.
Hey, Mike, I'm Dr. Paradise. Come on in.
Okay.
You can have a seat right there.
Okay. So he wants me to start therapy to make sure I keep making progress.
Welcome. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
From Central Ohio. Have 4 kids
Okay.
with my ex-wife.
How long did you get divorced?
3 years ago.
Okay. What was childhood like for you?
Busy, always active.
Okay.
Wow, so he only got divorced 3 years ago, which means his oldest would have been 11. So, I mean, I guess he was there for a long time, or they just separated and never bothered with the full divorce.
Playing sports.
A lot of energy?
Yeah, tons of
You're a
energy.
big guy. What sport you play?
Football, basketball,
Football.
baseball.
So being a little overweight probably wasn't a bad thing for football.
Nope, got a full-ride football scholarship from it and everything. Okay. So it was
Where'd you go to college? Where'd you get recruited?
St. Francis University, Pennsylvania.
Okay. How'd that work out?
Started the first 5 games as a freshman, got 2 concussions, lost my memory, lost scholarship.
Wow, okay. So what happened after you lost your scholarship?
Football was my life, and when it was taken away from me is when my depression started. In the first, say, 9 months, I gained 150 pounds.
Wow.
I mean, that's the trouble with being a kid who puts all your pride in one thing. The second you don't have that thing anymore, it's a rough place to be. And then you're like, who am I if I'm not this football star or whatever? Who am I if I'm not this guy? It's tough once you identify with one thing so much that you lose who you are as a person.
In just less than a year, you gained 150 pounds?
Yeah.
Okay. So food replaces football.
Yep.
So roll me ahead in the future. Somewhere in there, you meet your ex-wife?
I met my wife after I got back from college.
Then we started doing the hefty hokey pokey and 4 kids came around.
What happened after that?
We were engaged in 6 months and got married within 2 years.
Okay. When do you know you're having marriage problems?
It was about, let's see, middle of 2018. She calls up and says, hey, we're getting a divorce.
She announces that to you.
Yes.
Did she tell you what she was mad about? Because she knew you were big from the start, right? I want to know what was the breaking point. That's what I need to know. Could we not set sail anymore? Play like the Cursed Pearl? Could we not do that? Could we not, you know?
In front of the kids. She
Aye,
took the
Captain.
house, took the car. I was not to have anything. Couldn't see the kids.
You know, Mike, I'm noticing though this pattern of like something bad happens to you that has an element of like bad luck, bad time, something like that, and then it like rolls.
Bad luck? What the hell are you talking about? Bad Lucky Charms? Maybe. Bad linguine? But, I mean, I don't think it's all bad luck if he got the 745 pounds and his wife divorced him because he wouldn't stop.
Rolls downhill from there, that you take a setback and you turn it into something really, really big, but I want to figure out a way for you to recognize, okay, I'm having a setback. Now I need to step up. What'd you do when you guys were down at a football game? And you didn't go sit on the sideline, right?
Try to figure out what we need to do to win.
So what are we going to do to make sure you're not going to go sit on the sideline and wait out the rest of the game?
Continue what I'm doing.
Yeah, losing the weight, keeping your exercise up. Tell me how things are going.
I mean, if you try to compare this to football, like I see what Dr. Paradise is trying to do. This is apples and oranges here. I don't think you just need to compare everything to football for the guy. I think he understands what's at stake here. If he does not lose this weight, his kids are gone. If that does not drive you to change, you probably don't deserve to be in those kids' life anyway. I'm just being totally honest about it.
What's going on with your kids right now?
Oh, everything's going great. Trying to see if I can get them down here for a weekend.
What's a goal you could have with your kids?
More physical activity.
More physical activity.
Go outside and shoot hoops, play catch.
Okay. I really think you can be a huge success. So I'm really glad you came. I'm looking forward to hearing all your progress.
Thank you.
Here's the thing, though. I'm going to tell you right now, his goal was like 350. It was not very ambitious at the start. So I'm going to tell you right now, when he starts to hit that point, he's going to get complacent. Complacency is your enemy, especially when you're this big, you're trying to lose this much weight. You can't get complacent because the second you're comfortable, everything's going to stop. So I imagine he's probably going to peter out somewhere there. He's going to stop losing weight. I don't know. I'll have to see if he was more than that. And if he was, I'm sorry I said that, but that's just the feeling I'm getting from this right now. And I'm a 5th grade peer mediator. I know how to read people.
I've been back home for about a month, and I feel like I'm doing well and staying on track. Milk, soup, cottage cheese, pudding, jello, tuna. I think it's a good one.
You can't have pudding, for one, if you're doing low carb. I don't really do cottage cheese. I think it's pretty fat. Milk, definitely out the window. You can't have milk anymore. All I drink is water and Gatorade Zero. That's all I drink ever anymore.
That'll be good for a while.
I'm out of here. Before I left, I had an appointment with Dr. Now, and I was down to 545. So I lost another 17 pounds over the previous month.
Okay, that's a little bit faster. Still pretty slow for being at the start of this whole thing. I think if he's eating puddings all the time, that's probably why.
Dr. Now says I was getting back to being on track. But I don't know how much I've lost since I've been back home. And I won't know my weight until I go back to Dr. Now next month.
Also, here's the tough thing. Like pudding and stuff like that is going to sit kind of light on your stomach. Things that are heavy are really hard to I don't know. It's hard to figure out what works for you. Like I couldn't touch anything anywhere near acidic for over a year. It sucked. Like I couldn't have any kind of soups that have any kind of tomato base or anything like that. So it's kind of hard to figure it out. I bet that pudding goes down pretty easy, so he thinks it's great, but it's not going to help you lose weight right now. Just my thoughts.
Dr. Now wanted me to talk to my parents about making sure my environment here is supportive and that how things used to be for me changes. And both my mom and dad have been completely on board, eating what I eat so I'm not around bad food.
I got news for you. Pops, he ain't gonna go for that one. I don't think he thinks he needs a diet at all. I've seen the food around there. I don't think anybody's doing the diet with you, which is cool. Nobody did the diet with me. You could still be a success.
My mom helps me make my meals, and my dad helps me with my workouts and does them with me. So they're really helping me. But I know this is all still mostly on me. So I'm taking the initiative to make sure I have what I need every day to eat healthy and not stray from my diet.
I like the camaraderie. If your family's working out with you, stuff like that, that's a total positive.
And so far I haven't. The weight loss surgery's really cut my appetite down so I can't eat much.
Chocolate
I still
milk.
have some cravings every now and then, but not nearly like I did before surgery.
Cheese. We got more mayonnaise, lots of cheese, chocolate milk, a lot of fatty stuff. That's not gonna work for you, buddy.
How's it going? Good. How are you?
Soup's hot.
You know, pretty soon you'll be sitting here over at the table because you won't need all this space over here.
Eventually.
Okay.
Okay, it looks like Dad's got 2 grilled cheese with his tomato soup, something else in front of there. Mom's got a grilled cheese, which grilled cheese and tomato soup, chef's kiss, that stuff's great, but you can't have it.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this food. We thank you for Michael, the way he is staying to his diet and losing the weight he can.
I'm working with Dr. Paradise on my emotional issues, and that's helping me stay motivated and focused. I'm sticking to what I need to eat because my physical hunger is gone with the surgery, and I'm exercising every day.
You ready to take a walk?
Yep.
I got news for you. Your stomach's so small, after you eat until you're full, you don't really want to do nothing right away. So I'm surprised. Maybe my experience was a little different.
So I feel a lot better than I have in a really long time. Oh, man.
Beautiful out. Nice breeze.
And I feel like my life is starting to come back together.
You keeping up with me?
I'm still fighting to have my kids in my life more. Okay, let's turn around.
That enough? You got to touch the stop sign. You can turn around then.
Touch it.
Baby, turn around and let me see that sexy body go bump, bump, bump.
We'll get you running here in a few months.
But I feel like my life is getting better.
Also, would not recommend something as high impact as running to somebody still around 500 pounds.
I even started working again.
You stay the hell away from the cupcake container. Don't play with me, Mike, damn it. Do not play with me. It's right there in front of your workstation.
Before I left Houston, I started looking for an IT job I could do from home. And I applied and got the job. My dad and I made a workstation for me down in the basement. And I work full-time most days, going from morning to late afternoon, without feeling run down or too tired afterwards. So it's been great to feel productive. I know.
Okay, that's awesome. Happy for him, because I'm sure if he's making money, working, and contributing to, his kids' lives, because he wasn't doing that before, I'm sure his wife would be a lot more receptive. He's got my Blue Yeti, Mike. That thing's still sitting right over there.
I still have a long way to go, but I'm proud of how far I've gone when I see my life getting better like this. And I'm going to do everything I need to keep moving forward, because I'm not going to let myself mess this up.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, that's a bag of Old Trapper beef jerky sitting right under his computer. That stuff is great.
2 months ago, I was down to 545.
Step up on the scale.
And Dr. Now says for me to stay on track, I should at least have lost 20 pounds a month at minimum. So that means I should be down to 505 if I'm in the range I need.
Hey, that's a lot better than he started out. Maybe chocolate milk is the way to go. I'm just playing. Obviously not. But physically, he's doing a lot more and he has a small stomach. But if he keeps doing that, he's not going to get anywhere near that goal.
We're going to room 5.
Okay, cool. I'm just shy of the goal, but I'm almost in the 400s. So I think all around that's good. Hopefully that's what Dr. Now tells me, because I'm working hard to make.
No, I don't think Dr. Now's going to be overjoyed about that. I don't think he's going to be mad about that either.
This arrangement work and do this from home.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
What's
Great.
up, Buttercup?
All right, so you're down to 510 today, huh?
Yeah,
All right, how's things going for you?
very well.
All right, you lost 235 pounds so far now, huh?
Oh yeah.
That's good, you're making good progress, but you're still a little under what you should be losing each month. So,
That's what I was thinking. I just am not a doctor, so I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it. But I feel like he's a little underperforming, but he's still doing good.
so that needs to improve. But the good news is your weight loss is stable. But the problem is going to be if that starts to slip. And remember, you back on the same environment that got you to be 745 pounds. So you have to be careful because if you start gaining, you could gain a lot before we have a chance to intervene and help you. And if that happens, you could find yourself very easily putting all your weight back on. So this is
Has Doctor Now seen the cupcake container? I'm just asking. Because I think that would be pretty funny if he saw that in the background. What is that, a cupcake container?
good. So far, you're staying consistent, but keep working to lose a little bit more each one. But if you don't and you start to gain, then we have to bring you back to Houston. And so we're going to be away from that environment that got you to eat for the stress and whatever issue you had. Okay?
Absolutely. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm doing meal prepping, making sure I have everything set up for the day, so I don't have any temptation to go into fast food or anything. So doing that and enjoying smaller portions. And
Was he meal prepping with pudding, chalky milk, and I don't know, maybe he could have meal prepped something, I guess.
and not getting hungry at all. So
Okay. Oh, well, that's good. So you need to keep it up and stay with it. You also need to keep up with your psychotherapy so you don't go back to old eating habit. You think you can do that?
absolutely, I can do that, and I am. I've been keeping my virtual appointments with Dr. Paradise.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. So how is right now the extra skin doing in your abdomen and your legs?
It's doing
Can't have any loose skin yet. I mean, mine's not even nearly as bad as some of the people I've seen on the show. Theirs is crazy.
pretty good. Haven't had any issues with it so far.
Okay.
So I'm getting there, so I can tell I'm losing the weight. I feel better.
Okay. All right. Keep it up, and once you get to 300, and then we're going to be able to do some skin surgery and remove excess skin. That's going to be a problem.
Okay.
But remember, you will have to stay down here for a while to recover from that. Once we get to that point.
I can do that.
All right, Mike, I'm proud of your progress. You keep it up, but you still got 300 more to go.
Absolutely.
I'm proud of your progress too. But I mean, he's halfway to where he needs to be, but still, 245 pounds. You got to give the guy something on that one. He's doing good. He's just not doing as good as I feel like he should have been, or Dr. Now even thinks he should have been. So I don't think I'm tripping on that.
Absolutely.
Okay? All right, so stay with the program, and if you need anything, give us a call, and I will see you in 2 months, okay?
I'll be here. Thanks, doctor.
All right, have a good trip back home, okay?
I will.
All right, see you then.
See ya.
I'm proud of Mike for losing 235 pounds so far and for sticking with it to make that progress. He still needs to pick up the pace some with his weight loss, but right
I mean, is that going to discourage him if you keep telling him something like that, though, because he thinks he's doing really good? Or is that a good thing because you're getting out in front of it before it gets worse and he just keeps eating this way and thinking it'll keep falling off forever?
now, as long as he's staying consistent and not slowing down, I'm fine continuing with this arrangement for him with his kids. But if he starts to slip, then I'm gonna hold him to his commitment to make his health a priority and bring him back to Houston so we can get him back on track. But right now, I'm encouraged by what I see from him. He seems to have good support back home, and he has a great motivator with his kids. So I feel confident he's gonna keep moving forward and doing what he needs so that we can get him to his target weight in the next 12 to 18 months.
I think he'll get to his target weight. I don't think he'll get to Dr. Now's target weight. 350 and 250, that's a huge difference when it comes to diet. Because it just gets harder and harder as you lose more and more because you've got less and less fat to lose.
I feel really good about my appointment with Dr. Now. It was encouraging to hear him say he was proud of me and that he thought I was doing well. I intend to get to my goal weight by the end of next year. I know doing that's not going to be easy, but I'm ready to push myself harder than I ever have to make that happen because I know what's waiting for me once I do. It's the life I've been fighting for a long time. And I desperately want to get to that point. And nothing's going to stop me.
All right, that's Mike, a success story. I like Mike. I don't think he's a bad guy by any means. But I don't know. His ex-wife would probably disagree with me with those 4 kids and her raising them. But he don't seem like a bad guy. He wants to be in his kid's life. Hopefully he has been. I'll check and see if he's doing good still, if he's like kept losing weight since the show ended, where he's at. Maybe I can find something. But yeah, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about Mike. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. Ooh, look, leaky booty Lacey in the bottom corner.